Hello everyone and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. It's a war, a culture of secularization which is quite strong in our nation, and the Christian culture which has marked the life of the United States strongly during the first 200 years of its history. Sound familiar? Like so many Vortex episodes before? Well, not so fast, my friend. Those aren't our words, although they sound like they could be. They fell from the lips of Cardinal Raymond Burke at the Vatican. He also said in a recent interview that it is, quote, critical at this time that Christians stand up for the natural moral law. If Christians do not stand strong, give a strong witness, and insist on what is right and good for us both as individuals and society, this secularization will in fact predominate and it will destroy us. And the Cardinal also thinks persecution may be looming for the U.S. Church. Quote, yes, I think we are well on the way to it. When asked if he could see Catholics in America being arrested for their preaching, he simply stated, quote, I can see it happening, yes. Is anyone listening? Persecution, destruction, war. This isn't us talking like this. It's one of the most holy, respected, and beloved princes of the Church, not to mention a very smart one. There is a crisis of truth in the world precisely and exactly because there is a crisis of truth in the body of the church, not the mystical body of Christ aspect of the church. That aspect is pure and untouchable. But in the members, there is great confusion in proper understanding of the truth. And yes, this absolutely includes clergy and religious, including bishops. The faithful are in a state of disarray because many members of the hierarchy have themselves fallen into various traps of modernism, just as Saint Pope Pius X warned about at the beginning of the past century. Some of the bishops simply do not have the will to battle the legion of priests who are in rebellion. They lack the will to battle the lay staff they have in their employ in the chanceries. The war against secularism in the culture that is threatening to destroy us cannot be effectively fought until the war against secularism in the church is won. There is simply too much pandering and catering to philosophies, ideologies, and theologies that pass themselves off as Catholic, and they get away with it. And there is too much bowing to the altar of misunderstood version of prudence. Those in charge, who have the authority to right the ship, are too tentative to step up and do what needs to be done. They are hesitant because they give too great a consideration to trying to appease and mollify practically anyone, and they are allowing a mold to set in that will eventually bring the whole structure down. How can Catholics stand up for the natural moral law when they don't even know what it is? And they don't know what it is because those in charge of telling them what it is are hesitant or afraid or tentative or nervous about saying what it is because others will be offended. This is no way to run a religion. Heck, it's not even a way to run a candy shop. It's even less of a way to evangelize a world sorely in need of the truth. Yes, if Catholics in America are soon one day arrested for preaching the truths of their faith, it will have to come to such a pass because those in charge were too cowardly to say what needed to be said when it should have been said. Cardinal Burke is not the only one who can envision the arrests of Catholics. When that day comes, stand fast, Catholics. Pray for the grace to remain solid and not become an apostate. And pray for the bishops of the United States. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.